Welcome, friends.
Well, our version of Avatar, The Last Simbender. That's how you start a game, folks.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Milo. I'm going to be the storyteller this evening. We are playing a modified version of Changeling Lost, and by modified, I do mean fairly heavily modified. So if you see something that doesn't sound exactly correct, it is, and I take no criticisms at this time. 3LC, are you playing?
I'm playing Sim the Firebender, apparently, so that's okay. It's all good. No, he is totally Sim the Fire Elemental.
And Mike, who are you playing?
I'll be playing Dain, the boomerang thrower, Saka, the beast hunter heart. My girlfriend's a moon.
Yes.
Savannah takes no moon shit.
And I'm going to remember our disclaimer this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is an 18 plus stream. So if you're not 18, then go away. And also, we do not offer advice on this channel. This is not a how-to guide. So if you hear anything that we are saying and claiming we are doing, we are in fact not. We are not encouraging anybody else to do this. This is make-believe time. And what happened last time was all of the Changeling regathered. Sim went to go get Zara, who had woken up confused at the freehold, because she was asking about him. They went and got Spindleclutch. Well, Dain, Savannah, Rowe, and Derrig had a normal breakfast at the Forge's Hollow, where they discussed potential plans and how the meeting went, and they caught everybody up on all the ongoings of the last little bit. When Sim and Spindleclutch and Zara returned to the Hollow, Zara was introduced to all of the Changeling, Dain, Savannah, Rowe, Spindleclutch, all the ones she hadn't met before. And she was confused and alarmed, but understanding. And they all decided, essentially, that they would go speak to the Trinity, everyone having something that they needed to give her, to ask her, to speak with her about. And the final question, of course, being if she would be willing and capable of traveling to the Ferryman Freehold, where Odo, one of the infiltrators, is being held. Dain has requested a meeting with Odo, and Sim has requested a meeting with Rebel, the Levenquick, Queen of the Autumn Court. They all arrived safely. Everyone's driving was spot on. Easton, the ogre, driving the van that held Spindleclutch and the Trinity. And we begin with all the cars parked out in front of the Ferryman Freehold. Very nice, large, community-looking building. A little worn, because it's near the docks. It's got that kind of sea-blasted look to it. Everyone has parked. Easton has gotten out. Spindleclutch and the Trinity remain in the back of the van. Derrig and Zara remain in Sim's car. Zara waiting to see what everybody else is doing.
So we are at the Ferryman Freehold, and this is where Odo is. So Dain is going to be conducting some interrogation, but we also need to make sure that Trinity gets in, if I recall correctly, very discreetly. We have to get them inside very discreetly. So
make sure that people are not paying attention to her.
I'm looking around how many people are around us that are just normal mortals right now.
About 5. You can see somebody over by the docks. They're walking towards where the freehold is. You can see a couple people across the way at a shop. Shop is closed. It's a bait and tackle shop. It's currently closed, but they are malingering.
Oh, me shouting, "Holy shit, a distraction!" Isn't gonna work. Okay. Alright.
Set a dumpster on fire. That could be a distraction.
It could be a distraction, but you could also bring the fire
more.
department, but
Yeah,
don't want
that's
those.
True. Well, can I ask a few questions about our approach?
Of course.
Approach to the freehold. What seems to be the best path to get in?
Well,
and
you
based
guys
on
are-
what we see around us, and also, I totally forgot this as a player. Did we give advance notice to the ferrymen that we were bringing the Trinity?
Yeah.
And they're prepared for it.
No,
They're not. Okay.
nobody gave them advance notice that the Trinity would be showing up.
Mm,
But
Fair.
they do
That's
expect
entirely
you
right.
and Dain.
that's entirely what? Sorry.
That's entirely Rebel's fault for being an asshole.
Okay.
Surprise, bitch!
Okay.
She did tell them to bring in interpreters, so they are expecting potentially another individual.
Oh, okay.
But they
So
didn't
this
know you're
is
bringing the
this is
Trinity.
not a complete. This is not a complete surprise then. Okay. Got it.
Not a complete surprise.
Okay. So
Sim.
So
yes.
you asked the question real quick. So the approach is you guys have stopped in front of what to someone outside might look like a community center minus no actual parking lot to it. But all the cars are parked in front of the entrance. It's a longish path up. Again, they have some grounds, but the way that Trinity is going to have to get out of the van, there will be the gentleman walking up towards the freehold will have a very good view of the back of that van with all its pillows and Trinity. And the people kind of off to the side by front of the bait and tackle shop will also see her come out because they are angled not to see into the van, but they will notice someone as they come out of the van.
Okay.
Dain's gonna walk up towards the ogre that's driving the van.
Easton, yep.
Easton, go stand by the back. I'll be back in a few minutes. The moment you hear some sounds, Sim and yourself get the Trinity inside. Savannah,
All right.
let's do some magic.
Sim will
You
nod.
two go up. Yeah, you two go up to those two. I'll go up to this one.
Okay. All right.
So, Dain is going to walk up towards the guy coming towards us
Yeah.
and do a really bad job of bumping into him,
Okay.
like he's trying to go for his pocket.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely gets his attention. Hey man, what the fuck?
I'm walking here. Are you fucking blind?
I'm
He's gonna-
walking.
as he's talking, he's moving around so that the guy's watching him away. So if Dain's facing the van, hopefully the dude's facing the other way.
Yeah. Guy follows you. Now, what you hear, because Rowan Savannah's plan is different, is the ungodly shrieking of a child in distress. As Ro full on throws herself to the ground in front of these people and starts screaming and carrying on. And Savannah's like, "Is this your child? Like, I can't find her mom." Which has now caused all those people to be like, "Oh my god." And no one's paying attention anymore.
Sim will go up to Easton and go, let's get the van. Do we have a place where we can pull the van up as close as possible to where we can extricate
You are
the
as
Trinity?
close as possible.
We are.
You just have
Okay.
to open the van and get her out
Okay.
and hurry her inside.
Now, is there anything
Yep.
that the Trinity can wear or have over her that is in the van?
A blanket. There's a blanket that can be tossed over her.
Okay. For added layer of protection, pull blanket over her real quick, and I'll Sim will assist Easton in getting her out and getting her moved as fast as possible. getting
with Easton's help and his big body, because even his glamour is still fairly large, kind of blocking it. You can get her out really easily because Easton is stronger than Derek. So you guys start shuffling in. This guy's squaring up with you, Dain. He's like, you were trying to pick my pocket.
Pick my fucking
How
wallet.
fucking dare you? Excuse you? You were trying to steal my wallet.
Are you a pickpocket or what? And I'm going to intimidate this motherfucker.
Alright, roll an intimidation.
Come on, Sokka. Let's see you throw a boomerang at him.
You see, Savannah, the people who are talking to her about Ro get that look on their face like something has just unsettled them. And she looks like she's having a normal conversation with them, but they start to back away from her. Back away from Ro. We probably should, what? One crit?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this human dude is just like, whoa. There's clearly some kind of misunderstanding here. There's obviously been a misunderstanding because I wasn't trying to pick your pocket. Like, I genuinely man.
What do you think if I was going to try and pick your pocket? I'd be a bit better at it than just walking in and talking to you for fucking ages.
Well, I mean, that's a fair point. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted. It was a mistake, man.
You're picking on the Irish immigrants. Typical.
Quickly. Like he's backing away. It's back towards the direction he was going, but you can see, because of where you've positioned yourself in this altercation, that Sim and Easton have gotten Trinity inside. By the time this guy is starting to like back off.
Oh, there's my wallet there. He's gonna go around and go towards the van and like lean down and pick something up.
This guy is gonna he's just gonna stand there for a second, let you get past, and then after a minute he's gonna turn around. So he didn't notice you not pick anything up because he's really confused. A little bit confused. You see the people talking to Savannah and Ro, basically, we can't be in this situation, so sorry. Best of luck finding her mom. We just, she's clearly said something that implied they might be the ones abducting the child or something like that, and they are now afraid someone's going to call the police. Savannah and Ro come back. Meet you on the sidewalk.
There you are.
Hey! This your kid?
Aye. Let's get her inside the community centre. I knew I lost something. I didn't know what it was.
You guys go inside. Sim! You guys go. You get Trinity inside. You get her set down on one of the seats that they have there. Easton closes the curtains, take the blanket off their heads.
Yeah.
And you immediately notice that everybody in the freehold that was doing their jobs stop, and they look, and you recognize a couple of them from I put that notebook away. You recognize one or two people that were at the meeting.
The meeting, okay.
Just, you see Ty, the drudge. That was the one that kind of had the vacant look. And they look to be cleaning something. They haven't really noticed you in there, but they're doing it very quickly. They're cleaning up this waiting area, dusting, scrubbing, and they're just boom, boom, boom. It's the fastest you've probably ever seen anybody do any task, really. You can see one of the knights walking by. But everyone stops and stares because no one's expecting the Trinity.
I was also
fucking Mexican stand-up.
was I mistaken in that we were also supposed to be shielding the Trinity from this within the freehold or not? Okay.
No.
All right.
No. So it's
just
humans.
the entrance.
Her glamour is very messed up. Yeah, her glamour is very messed up.
Okay.
Because it can't figure out how to hide her. You guys can't see it because you're a changeling, but to normal people, they're horrified by her appearance.
Oof.
Like horrified.
Do they probably look very
it,
disfigured? I assume.
Incredibly disfigured.
Oh gosh.
And so everyone stopped because it's the Trinity. Everyone knows that she is the Oracle. Well, there is an Oracle Kith. Everyone knows that she is the Farseer and has sight beyond what even the Oracle Kith can do. So everyone's just a little confused as to why she's there, because it's either really good news or really terrible news. So
y'all know this is pretty fucking rude. The stare.
Oh, a bunch of them just quickly move off.
Jedi business.
Someone get Rebel.
Someone go get Rebel. All right, you are greeted by the first person that actually walks over and says hi. Mm-hmm. Is actually Val. You remember Val? She was the Moonborn. Mm-hmm. She is a knight. No, she's a flower. Sorry. She's a flower. So she comes over in her bronze armor. Hello. It's good to see you. We were expecting you and you and you and you. We weren't expecting them.
Well, Rebel told us to bring an interpreter, and who else better than the Trinity?
Ah. Wow, that makes perfect logical sense.
You seem very confused about it, though.
I think they'll be all right.
I'm not confused. Trinity kind of waves at them with multiple arms. Easton's kind of standing next to her. Yeah, she just like 3 arms, just woo. And she waves. I will go and get. Who are you looking for exactly?
Green Rebel.
Rebel. Oh. I will go have someone else get Rebel for you. She goes over to Dredge. Tie the Dredge and pokes them on the shoulder. And whispers something at them and they hurry off. Tie. T-A-I.
T-A-I. Got it.
Yeah.
Like the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And they scurry off. It should be just another moment.
So, what's everyone cleaning for? Was there a party or something last night?
Oh no. Ty that is what Ty is good at. Accomplishing tasks quickly. So, Ty does the cleaning because it takes Ty a third. Yes. Third of the time it would take someone else.
Jesus, maybe we should hire him some.
I was already thinking that. Gosh.
Very helpful. Usually kept around the freehold, but if you want to, you can always talk to Rebel about it. Then bringing in a paycheck would be most helpful to the freehold.
There you go, Sam. Oh, maybe I should be a HR department. Just don't sexually harass me like everyone else does.
I don't sexually.
I didn't say you did, but the fact you assumed I meant you did tells me something more. Maybe I'll write that down in my little HR notes.
Savannah's just standing there like, he didn't sexually harass me.
His last love. It's my job. I do it very well, thank you very much.
I would agree. Vail is just listening to your conversation.
Do we have a specific so we have a specific area that we're waiting in? And
main entrance.
What can we see at this main entrance as far as how this freehold is comprised?
So basically this freehold is a little more open than the South Ward. So it's almost, when I say like a community center, you walk in and this waiting room or waiting area, entry area is actually rather large. The camera's doing something weird. It's actually rather large. And there's like a billboard on one side. You can see a little information office off to the side, that's where it, what would be an information office, which is now currently the lore keeper's office. You can see that farther down, it opens into a bunch of other rooms that are like off to the side.
Okay.
And then you can see light from like big bay windows at the very back, like very, very back. It's very bright because it overlooks the ocean, the Pacific. So
look at Vail. I don't think I got your name last night. I don't think we ever talked, did we?
no, I spoke with Sim.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Vail.
Vail. Oh, lovely
Vail.
name.
Yeah.
Wonder,
Thank
is
you.
there anywhere I could get a drink for the Trinity? I'm sure she's
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little kitchenette off to the side there. It's the third door on the right.
Trinity, tea, coffee, Coca-Cola. Not sponsored.
You get 3 different answers: water, orange juice, and soda. Clear soda.
Not a problem. Then I'll walk off and get her some
You
drinks.
find the little kitchenette. You can find pretty much anything she asked for in there.
Right.
It's nice. It's clean. It's fairly large. Probably to feed a lot of the people staying there. Well, you're not seeing rooms where people would sleep. You suspect that those are either below, or it's mostly the hollow, where everyone stays.
You just don't let Derek see this kitchen. I'll fucking.
Sim will,
Yeah, I'll grab those drinks.
Sim will chat with Vail.
Two in the hand,
You
one in the
bring-
mouth.
What will Sim do?
Sim will chat with Vail a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, we started that conversation at the Freehold meeting. It was very enlightening.
We did.
And I hope that...
I am.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that I'm glad that I could be of service.
Mm-hmm. We look forward to getting as much information as possible. Formulating a plan on how things are going to execute at specific times and how we want to approach it is going to be critical. There's going to be so much conversation that needs to happen.
Is that what we're calling it nowadays? Conversation.
What on earth is your friend talking
I
about?
don't know. He's the HR department, apparently, and he comes up with a lot of interesting stuff.
Well,
He just looks like.
I am one of the people that will be meeting at the South Ward later to go over first steps.
Excellent. I think you're going to be a fantastic contribution to this. Appreciate it. Really do.
Well, that is incredibly nice of you to say.
So it's going to look over at Dain like, the fuck?
Savannah.
So,
He's a little bit weird.
he is a bit.
He's trying to get his hold. Look at him. What the-
No, but...
He heard me.
But yes.
Savannah's over here just like trying to pretend she's not laughing.
They're an odd bunch, but you know what? I wouldn't rather have anyone on my back. So.
They're the fucking odd
It's
ones.
probably a good thing. I'm sorry?
What?
What?
Oi!
Hi. You were saying it's very rude of me to interrupt you. Please go right on ahead.
I said we're the fucking odd ones.
Yes.
Yes. With the Trinity here, we're the fucking odd ones. So.
Quick question: what does you described Vail before, but I don't remember exactly
I
what they look
did.
like, but I don't recall
So
offhand.
Vail has long-ish, kind of shoulder-ish length, dark hair. Her eyes are two different colors. One is blue, one is gold.
Okay.
She has black skin, like just that obsidian night. But
Gotcha.
It's got that kind of vitiligo pattern where patches of it are this just pale as the moon. And on the black parts, she has what looks like sprinklings of stars. Like she almost kind of glitters, and she's got little spots of white that kind of make her look not like a constellation per se, but if you really wanted to try to find new constellations, you could probably find them in her skin. And then the paler part, when you guys were outside at night for the meeting, kind of glowed almost like moonlight, but in the day it just looks white.
Pretty.
Very much so. Sim will actually find it very inspiring from an artistic standpoint. So
I know it. All you artists are the same.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
Draw me like one of those moon girls.
Oh gosh. Sim is
she's very pretty.
Yeah, Sim will be like, I find some aspects about you incredibly inspiring. I think there is some. If you permit me at some point, perhaps there could be an arrangement where I could do some sketches and use them as for an inspiration for some things that I make. I work in metals and pottery and things of that nature.
That's lovely. I wouldn't mind at all doing that. I mean, when we have some time, that is, of course.
Of course. I mean, we have so much going on and everything with it.
It's just living Savannah and roll eyes like.
They're kind of like Roe keeps tugging on your.
Tugging on what?
His clothes.
No. Okay. Thank you. I'm just teasing.
Clothing. Man, everyone would be so concerned at that point. They'd be like, excuse me. Sir, madam.
Please.
No.
You're going to need to take
We're in
so many seats back. You're going to need to leave the place. So, anyway.
Across the street, across the state, it doesn't matter. Just don't be here. Anyways.
I do that in California, not here.
Oof. Maybe in Alabama.
Maybe in Ohio.
Do we really know what happens in Ohio?
Anywho.
Getting back to the original conversation. Yes, after everything, it's legitimately something that Sim would like to follow up on, is like stars and galaxies and constellation patterns to work into some of his art. So. Yes.
Yeah. And she'll agree, and you guys can set something up later.
Not a worry.
And shortly after, basically, you guys exchange. I think you already gave her your number, but she'll give you hers. Mm-hmm. And that is when you can feel it. You can feel the electricity, the current in the room change before Queen Rebel steps into the room. And in she walks. It is a little bit like static electricity, and you can kind of see some of Savannah's more flyaway hairs also kind of. Rose's hair doesn't do anything, it already looks like that. But Rebel walks in. Ah.
Oh.
Greetings.
Are we doing a vowel thing or what?
I guess I'm a little surprised you showed up.
Why?
One, because I don't know you, so I'm certainly not going to assume anything about your integrity. And two, I was sure I'd chased you away.
Oh, sweetheart, many women have tried. Doesn't work.
Savannah staggers at this woman. Well,
I keep to my promises. I did promise I'd be here.
very fair. I see you brought the Trinity with you. She nods her head. Trinity
She was
nods
kind
3
enough.
heads.
Aye, she was kind enough to offer us help.
Mm-hmm.
As an interpreter
Oh.
for Odo.
You're gonna need it.
On a scale of how broken is he, between one being broken like a China doll that could be glued back together, or broken like, I don't know, Batman's back after Bane fucked him up. How broken is he?
He can't be repaired.
Was he like this before he got to here, or did y'all have a lovely conversation with him that ended up with him being, bad as a fruitcake?
He was like that when he arrived.
Any real insight for that?
I'm good. Yeah, I was going to do the same thing.
Go on ahead.
I had the same thought. It was great.
Yeah.
Inside check.
I'm gonna need to glamour up myself a little bit because my is horrible.
That's not a bad idea. I have a decent pool, but I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna.
Yeah, don't lose glamour.
I'm good. I don't lose a glamour.
Nice.
So I get to add.
Good job, guys.
I get to add my weird, woo, which went up 1 because I went down in clarity. Okay, 4,
5. I like having high weird.
Okay.
What can I say?
8 with a crit.
Beneficial.
8 with a crit.
8 with the
Shit.
crit.
Yes.
She is absolutely telling you the truth. This ogre, this whatever, this experiment from the church came to them that broken.
Sim's gonna make eye contact with Dain and shoot him like a look of. She's on the.
He's just gonna nod his head. Yeah. Weird. I know the. I'll be honest with you, Rebel. I know that the changing for them is a bit fucked in the head. I mean, one of them that we know of is literally falling apart like a leper. It's really funny what she falls, I have to say. Sorry, Sim, but it is.
Okay.
Well, we didn't see any of the others, but we saw him, and death would be a mercy for him at this point. So, I mean, that's what I would like to do, but...
Well, I'll tell you what. If he's as useless as you say, and he's a no good genuine, just do it. Hell, I'll do it for you if you want. We sort of owe him for what he did to our court. But he's under your care.
I will let you and the Trinity and your friends decide how bad you think he is when you see him. And then you can come and you can tell me what you think the best course of action would be.
And of course tell you what he told us, obviously.
If you can get anything out of him.
I mean, you're welcome to come to the interrogation. I mean, the chat.
I was going to talk with your other friend. She looks at Sim. Yeah, she raises her eyebrows.
Makes a mental note for HR. All right. So where is the patient?
Vail will actually step forward. I can take you. She makes lots of gestures. Go ahead and follow me.
Thanks, Vail. We're following you.
And she takes you. Easton grabs Trinity. Savannah, Ro follow after. And she walks down the hallway. She walks up to one of the, you go all the way down. You go into this nice sitting room that overlooks the sound. As I was kind of half explaining, you could see some of it through the long hallway. She goes in. She turns to the right. And she walks up to one of the windows. And does not stop walking. And goes through. You don't see her on the other side. You assume this is the entrance to the hall.
Yeah.
You walk through. And what you come to, this hollow is a city made of ships. All the buildings are different sizes of ships. They have the mast, not the mast, the
Oh
my god, I forgot the name of the damn things. The mermaid head,
the figureheads,
fucking things that go on the front of them.
The
figureheads. Thank you. The figureheads are the names of the various shots. Are how like one of the boats is labeled as the quarters, and then it has a little number 1, and they're labeled where they each go. And you go down this plank walkway, wooden driftwood like planks, boards under your feet, and Vail walks you down to the very, very end of this hollow. And it takes a minute. It's a big hollow. And at the very end is a small ship, a cargo vessel that could fit maybe 3 people comfortably, kind of made into a little house. And she opens the door that's on the side of it and motions you inside. He's in here.
I never stop being amazed by the ingenuity of these hollows. I really don't. They're just gonna walk in.
Easton is a little too big, so what he does is he sets the Trinity down, and you can see she has some trouble walking. And Savannah helps steady her.
Sim will also provide help for steadying her.
Oh, you went down into the hollow? I thought you were staying with Rebel.
Oh, did wait.
Rebel's there to talk to you.
My bad.
You said you'd meet her.
My bad. Yes, my bad.
So
I thought Rebel had escorted them all the way. My bad.
No, Vail did.
Vail did. Thank you. So sorry.
The Moonborn. Yeah.
Yep, I'm back.
Rebel's still standing there. We're gonna get back to what Rebel and you talked about in just a minute.
Just a moment. Okay.
Because just a moment. Sorry. Yeah, Savannah helps steady Trinity and walk her through. She kind of has to fold up into this weird, like smashing of like her torsos together to get through the door. It's not very wide, or at least not wide enough to fit 3 people walking abreast, which is kind of what she is, at least on the top half. So Savannah helps her get through, finagles her through the door in a comfortable way. And you go inside and you see Odo. Let me pull up his thing because no one's seen him yet either.
Being all fancy people.
Yep, no one's actually laid eyes on Odo yet. Where is Odo?
That door situation.
He's way over here.
Sounds like they need to contact HR about an accommodation.
All right. He's fairly large. A little more than what a normal human looks like. He's closer to Savannah's height, honestly, about 7 feet. Tall. He's kind of hairy. His mouth has these kind of sharp teeth in them. You can see his mouth is half open. You can see that his gums are heavily inflamed and bleeding around these sharpened looking teeth.
Not natural, obviously.
Nope. You can see little bits where they're like held into his mouth. Completely bald. He has a scar running across the top of his head on one side. He has these stretch marks on his body where it looks like he was pulled. His bones are misshapen the way that if Ro has a high enough medicine to determine that if they were broken and reset in a way that they would lengthen. And they look kind of frail, too frail for what an ogre kith or an ogre seeming should be. He doesn't acknowledge you when you walk in. He's drooling slightly. And he is just staring at the floor.
A fucking number on him, didn't I? Good morning, Odo.
Takes him a second, and then his head kind of turns.
Nothing behind the eyes. Yeah.
There's nothing behind the eyes. But he opens his mouth, and you see the motion of what should be words. But when he opens it wide enough, you see that he has no tongue. Cut out.
I don't know how this is going to work, Trinity. Do you have any suggestions? Because
I have abilities. We have abilities to see into somebody's thoughts. We just need you to ask questions. And if he is capable of forming a memory or a thought, we should be able to see it.
right, let's start off with the simple questions. Odo.
Trinity will walk over, grab his hand.
Can you understand the words I'm saying? Yes or no?
Nods.
All right. Would you prefer this conversation to be yes or no? Or did you understand what the Trinity said to you?
He points to the Trinity with his other hand. It is a clumsy, painful looking gesture. You remember seeing him once or twice, Dain. You do. He seemed, when you saw him, to be in better condition than he currently is. More like just an ogre with low intelligence, somebody that needed help. But anytime someone went to talk to him, you noticed that Pippin or Felix or Celia fielded any potential questions someone had for him. He always had somebody with him. And you vaguely remember that now that you're talking to him. But you did not see him often in the Freehold.
Odo, who were you before this happened?
The Trinity takes a second. There is clear distress. And then she looks at you. The Grindylow has his name.
The Grindylow has your name. That's not what I asked, however. I asked who were you before this. I don't need your name, but how did you join the church?
Trinity. He was homeless. They promised him room and board and a way to get him back on his feet.
Odo, are there any secrets of the church that people may have told you because they thought you'd never share them?
He nods.
You're aware that the church has left you to die and care nothing of you. They probably expected you to die after the attack on my hold, on my court. Would you share those secrets with me now, so that I can avenge what has happened to you?
He nods. And Trinity waits a long few minutes. He knows where Felix's heart is. He knows how to access it. He knows the code to the Grindylow's room. He knows what Azamara was supposed to be. He knows what's going to happen to Felix. He knows where they planned to keep the Changeling from the North Ward.
And
he knows where they hid the backup power. I have it. I can give it to you.
Thank you, Trinity. I have one final question really then for you, Odo. Do you want to continue to live, or do you want a quick death? The first one? Oh, you want a quick death. Would you want me to grant it to you right now? Or would you like to...
Kind of... Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
Would you like to see Pippin and the others before you die? You would like to see them? I'll see if I can make that happen. Thank you. I know a little bit of sign language, not much, but I know a little bit. Right. I will go talk to Rebel, the queen of this place, and see if I can get you to the same location as Pippin and Celia. Felix, however, is with the church still. But I will see what I can do with them. Thank you again, Odo. Dain will move out of the way and let the Trinity get past.
Yep. Savannah helps the Trinity out. Meanwhile, Sim.
Yes.
Rebel. Obviously, your friends get let off to go have that conversation. And Rebel is standing there. So, you wanted to speak with me?
I did. Do you want to head someplace a little less exposed?
Would you like to head someplace farther into the freehold, or would you like to go somewhere else?
A little farther into the freehold is fine. Just something that offers us a little privacy, I suppose. For the purposes of our conversation, of course.
Right this way. And she walks you through that hallway, and she picks a door on the left, and it goes a little bit farther back. So you go through one room into another. This room looks like an office,
Okay.
probably for some form of paperwork, but not the lore keeping. There is a desk. There are several chairs around the room, a couple bookshelves, fake potted plants. This room does not have any windows.
Okay.
And she gestures, please, have a seat.
Okay. We'll go over and sit down for a sec.
Okay.
So, there was a lot of things said at the Freehold meeting. A lot of things I said, a lot of things you said.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that...
Yes.
You certainly think that we don't necessarily have... What is it? Guess you could say all our ducks in a row. Maybe we're not going about this correctly. I'm very curious as to what you mean by that.
I mean by that is you've said these people can see us, and while I do understand that what may attempt to be happening is a infiltration of some variety using stealthier individuals who don't draw attention to ourselves, but if these people can truly see us, they have the advantage right now. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't disagree, but there's either going to be some sort of action that we need to take, or we're going to get in much, much bigger trouble than what we are right now. We either have to take a course of action that actually deals with the situation, and we can't just wait for it to steamroll over us. As Dain mentioned at the meeting, it's very, very clear that we are on some type of time frame. The quicker...
Says you.
Sorry, what did you say?
Says you.
I see. So you are coming from a position where you desire more proof, you desire more evidence.
Evidence would be nice. Not a bunch of fairy tales told by children.
I see. Well, you have some of the individuals within your freehold that are going to contribute to finding out that additional information. What would it take to convince you?
What would it take to convince me to join your cause, to lend my court, to risk my people's lives?
I'm putting myself at a very great risk here.
What?
I'm putting myself at just as much risk as I'm asking you to do. So don't think that my own head isn't on some type of block.
Well, if what you say is true, then your head is on some kind of block, which, is rather unfortunate for you. It's the situation I'm trying to avoid.
Right. Don't want to get your white gloves sullied in any way, don't you?
Huh. I am responsible for more than just my own life. You understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am being told that to show I'm not a coward, to chase a fairy tale, that I need to put people who have put their faith in me, their trust in me, their lives in my hands in danger. That is what you are asking me to do.
So,
You're asking me to pick who I want to be slaughtered. How would you determine whose life is worth that risk?
well, number one, I assume that's why you're the leader. Number two, I don't ask anyone to take as much risk as I'm not willing to put myself under. And number three, I sense an undercurrent.
I would hope so.
I sense an undercurrent of non-belief or at the very least unwillingness based on you think I'm making something up. Potentially what game? In other words, why have we come forth and said all of this and presented all of this and have done so much to try to rally everyone together around a very large and credible threat? And you want to sit back here and think it just fairy tales told by children. So in other words, we're right back to square one. What are you really afraid of?
Me. You think I'm afraid? Is that the little tactic you're going to use to try to get me to change my mind? Tell me that I'm a pussy? Tell me that I'm not good enough because I don't want to listen to you?
No.
It's going to take more than that, little boy.
You said as much yourself. I know exactly. Put yourself to whatever test. Send someone at me to see if I am being false in what I say and what I've seen and what I've had to deal with.
You can send anybody at you. I've already decided to help, and I knew I was going to help before we went to the meeting.
Then why the play?
See how much you believed in what you were saying. Seeing what they've done to that person. I've tried to talk to Odo. For that alone, all of those people should burn. But I don't throw my lot in with people I don't deem worthy. Now, it is a threat, but I just wanted to see how badly you wanted to fight for this.
Well, I hope what I have been able to say and do has impressed you in some manner.
Absolutely.
Then I hope to see that your white gloves do indeed come off.
And they will. I can see that you're pissed at me. And quite frankly, I'm not here to make friends.
Neither am I. I just want to make sure that when we are moving forward on this, that we don't have to worry about what's behind our back when we are looking to fight what we are facing forward.
You don't believe me.
I don't enjoy being toyed with or played games with. To test my worth, as it were. So that's a problem for you. I know exactly where I stand in this situation. And I'm happy that I was able to demonstrate that for you. So, your commitment, your help, whatever you choose to do in this, at least for that, you have my appreciation.
I don't want your appreciation. I don't care about your appreciation.
Very well then. Tells me one other thing I figured out about you.
Oh? Care to share?
Nah. I think you're too self-absorbed to realize it. Have yourself a good day. And Sim will get up and walk out.
Rebel doesn't follow you or anything, and then shortly after. Yeah, you do have to wait a minute. Their conversation was a tad longer.
It's fine. I'll go. I'll go and hang out with whoever. I'll go hang out by the entrance area and just kind of sit there and think about things.
People kind of come and go. You see Zara. She's wandered in. She's talking to this Ferris Draconic. They're having an animated conversation with her chalkboard, and it seems like he's telling her information, and she wanders over to like the air elemental. You guys saw that person at the meeting too, and they start exchanging some information. You can see she's getting some phone numbers.
Sim's gonna sit down, sit there, and kind of, for lack of a better term, probably gaze into the abyss a little bit. And parts of his mind are gonna bubble up with things that he probably would like to do to Rebel.
Am I?
Oh my. No,
not what you're thinking of. Not what you're thinking of.
She's a lightning elemental.
Yeah, I could use
She's a lightning elemental.
I could use a spare generator at the forge.
Rebel is Azula.
Anyways, Rebel is Azula. So, Dain, Trinity, Easton, Savannah, and Ro eventually come back up. Vail is walking them, and she's just, she kind of dances when she moves, and she's just like, well, I hope you found all of that worthwhile. I hope it was fortuitous for you.
It may be fortuitous for all of us, Vail. So actually, he wasn't as broken as you're led to believe.
Well, he was unresponsive to most of us, but
I mean, it's
that
hard
could
to
just
talk
be
about
because
it.
we scare him. Was also very true.
You said I'm not scary. Well, I'm actually offended. She's actually offended me. My heart is broken. It's the one thing I'm fucking good
Ah,
at, and I'm not. Oh, I'm joking.
I would
Speaking
hope
of
so.
scary, though, where is Rebel?
I don't know. But there's your friend. He looks scary right now. He wanders off.
Those his sexy eyes.
Simba actually just kind of like
Savannah
rather dark look on his
is
face.
just like, I think he's mad.
What he's doing is his eyes are slightly closed, and there's a small blue flame that he's tossing back and forth between each of his fingers. Just. Like
Is he mad at the HR joke? Because I don't want that fire up my ass. Oh, I'm not.
I don't think that's what he's mad about. I don't think that's what he's mad about.
Right, well, I better go ask him.
They all
Yo,
toddle over.
what's the matter
Pretty
with you? Show off.
Hey, sorry, got a little intro verted in my thoughts for a second.
What happened? Did she turn you down?
No. Anyway.
Never mind.
Anyway, how was your chat with chat, I guess, putting it lightly. How was your talk with Odo?
White and lightning.
Good.
My God.
Is it as bad as they say?
Yeah.
Shit.
He no tongue, no light behind the eyes. A bit like if you did a lobotomy on a fucking sea lion. You know, just blank stares and you know.
Gotcha.
But the Trinity was able to get all the information we needed out of him, including codes, Felix location, where
Good.
my people are held. Yes,
Good.
my people are held.
Good.
And stuff about the Grindelow, which she hasn't told me yet.
Looks at the Trinity when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Not the time or place.
I know. We'll do it in advance, sweetheart.
Make me call it.
But I do need to talk to Rebel. I thought you two were having a chat.
We did.
I'm guessing it went.
I probably fucked up somehow, but it's.
Did she do that thing? Did she do that thing where she's like, "Oh, I'm a big bitch," and then goes, "Actually, I am going to help you, but I just want to see what you're fucking like."
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, she did that to me too. I should have warned you.
That's fair.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
I don't. Maybe you'll find out something different, but I don't fully trust that she's really, truly committed to helping. She probably, I think at best, there maybe will be some token effort put forward after a suitable amount of evidence is provided. But, you know.
Here's the thing, Sim. She's Autumn Court, and we don't do things half-measured. Like, did you tell her by chance I was a true Fae there?
thought you had told her that already.
Oh fuck no, I haven't mentioned True Fate all day.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Looks at the Trinity. You didn't hear that?
Didn't know if that was a card we were going to be playing on the table, but you know what? That's a card you can bring up then.
Well, my kind do enjoy hunting True Fate, so if that's something, because she'll covet the power. She'll want the power for herself.
Yeah, I figured.
Everything I've heard about Rebel is that she's power hungry.
That tracks.
At the end of the day, we all are, really, aren't we?
If there was any power that I craved today, it would just be the power to make sure that we were safe from the likes of them.
But we're never going to be safe from the likes of them, so. And there's worse things out there than the church.
I know.
Except they haven't got, well, they do have nuclear weapons. They're called humans. Anyway. Do you remember when that fucking Oompa Loompa got the presidency and we all thought we were going to die? That was great times. Anyway.
I swear, that was someone's fetch gone wrong.
Oh, God. Rebels.
It all makes sense now.
Right. So where is she? I do need to talk to her about Odo.
She's where I left her. You go down that way, go through to the side there. Little room with no windows.
Right. Savannah, do you want to come with me in case she starts flirting with me and you want to kill her again?
Yes. I would very much like that.
Nice. Come on then. Let's get this conversation over and done with so we can get the fuck home.
Savannah follows you. Ro sits up next to Sim. You go through. You end up in that little room. A Rebel is standing at the desk that's in there.
Is there a chair?
Hmm?
Is there a chair?
There are several chairs.
Yeah, Dain's just going to go to the desk and sit in the chair and just put his feet in the desk.
Savannah's going to stand near the door.
I see you
Hello
had the
again.
exact same conversation with Sim you had with me. You're really good at getting people goats, aren't you? Getting them all riled up.
Yes.
Why, though?
Why not?
Why, though? Do you get some sort of... Do you flick your bean at that fucking thing or what?
What I like to flick my bean to, I feel is none of your business. However,
well, according to some people, apparently you want that. But anyway, look, I'm here to talk business.
I would hope to God we're certainly not talking pleasure.
I don't know. Well, actually, I'm not a fairist. I've never had any complaints. Anyway, Odo.
Yeah.
He gave me everything
about
he
him?
had.
Good.
As for killing him, it's something he wants. He wants a quick death. He's slowly dying regardless.
Okay.
But there's a caveat.
Okay. All right.
Two of the others that he was with,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to see them before he dies. Now they're in a secure location. I think after everything he's been through and told me, he deserves that right before he gets killed.
Who has the location? Because we can move him.
Reed.
I will have a call put into her, and we will have some of our better hedge travelers find the location.
I think he deserves that one bit of peace before he dies. No one, no man, animal, or fucking enemy of anything should suffer like that.
No. If that's what he wants.
That's what he said anyway. Well, what he gestured. So, as for business, what's your plan on this entire thing? I'm sure you have one. You've been planning this for quite some time, probably as long as I have.
We have a couple of people investigating elements of the church. We have a couple people who are looking into financial records, various other
Dr.
things of
Cassidy?
how this church. What?
How they look into Dr. Cassidy?
I have. No one's looked into the Dr. Cassidy yet, but we've
Dr.
looked into
Cassidy
some of their.
was a woman that would kill our kind. She could see through our veil whenever we would go to her church, when we were, not the church, her hospital, her medical center when we were injured.
Clinic.
Yeah, our clinic. She would kill us. She would inject us with the poison that she specially made. And most of the money, because she was big into finances, was one of the things back in the church. You know, the leader of the church is a fetch child, don't you?
A fetch child?
Aye.
I don't have any idea what that is.
You know when we become what we are, there's like a opposite version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
sometimes when they fuck someone, a child can happen sometimes. Do I need to
They're
explain
not
the birds
supposed
to
to
the
be
beast here?
able.
No, they're not.
Okay.
But,
They're not supposed to be able to conceive.
no, they're not. But strange things have happened.
Okay. So what does that entail exactly? Since you
It
seem to know so
entails,
much.
I don't know so much. This is mostly me guessing shit. But I've ran into one of their kind before, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She could have killed all of us, including you. She could have wiped out this entire freehold herself.
Well, if she could do that, and he is one
Just
of
like her.
them, then that means we're gonna need a bigger boat. What
Not
do
a
you
bigger boat.
what
We're not going to sail into this thing. No,
oh
he's considerably weaker than she was, at least so far as I can tell, because I think there was a bit of a friction
mix
between the
up?
two of them. Yeah, a bit of friction between the two of
Ah,
them. But again, this is me having conjecture. Do you enjoy hunting Trufe? I'm just curious.
do I enjoy hunting Trufe?
Hi. You know, it's a little pastime.
I used to.
Would you like to get back involved into it?
I have responsibilities now.
Oh, but come on. You remember the rush, right?
I remember plenty of things. The very last time that me and other members of the court I was a part of, I was the only one that made it out. True fate also made it out. I decided that it was no longer worth it.
Did they have a name by chance? Or did they go by
The
something?
Trufe,
Moniker? Hi.
they went by the Red Lady.
No, not one I came across.
Hmm.
But you know, are there anyone? What about some of your wraiths? I'm sure they enjoy a good hunt every now and again.
The Wraiths would enjoy a good hunt, yes. Some of the other courtiers might not, as again, we all, even though we are of the court of fear, have different specialities. But yes,
What's
the
your, what's your,
Wraiths.
what is yours by chance?
My speciality?
I'll tell you yours if you tell me mine. That's not how that's not how that sentence comes out. Regardless. It's not annoying fire elementals, is it?
I'm very good at annoying everybody. I take pride in that fact.
You're not bad.
But my speciality is, and she's standing by Savannah at the next instance. I can move as fast as light.
But can you hit the same place twice?
She did the ball of electricity. We can test that.
All right.
She launches a lightning bolt at you.
I'll take it.
Okay. Are you sure?
Are you
Fine,
positive?
fine, I'll roll to get out of the way.
Yeah, I would do that.
I appreciate you taking a shot for the team, though.
Oh, it's not me I'm worried about. It's the big woman standing right beside her. You can just grip her like that and snap it back.
Shut.
I know.
Oh no. Oh no.
F4.
God damn it. I'm be hauling roasted Dain out of the freehold.
Terrible idea. What'd you get?
4.
Cool, I guess we are going to have a dead rebel on our hands.
So she got 10.
Fuck.
So,
yeah. Nice roll.
You are definitely going to take 6 superficial damage. And then you see Savannah just lean over and punch her.
Gosh. Hope it's a throat punch.
Savannah did better.
Oh, God. Sim's probably just outside and all of a sudden he hears bzzz, and then and then
the lights are crackling and shit.
She got an 11. Savannah got 11, and so she just, as soon as she sees it hit Dain, she clocks Rebel in the jaw, and Rebel just like hits the wall. You guys hear that? You hear the and then a slam.
The fuck is going on? Sim's gonna go take a look. You know, it just doesn't sound good.
Yes. Moldering black mark on Dain's chest.
You go in there. The door bumps Savannah. Like, you see the antler.
What the hell? What is going on in here?
Savannah will open the door.
Dain, are you okay?
You see Rebel. you see the burn on Dain's chest, and you see Rebel like standing against the wall, and her jaw is just starting to swell.
Okay, hold on.
We've never seen an Autumn Court threesome, Sim.
Okay. Hold still, please.
I don't need the wound cauterized. I got struck by fucking lightning, Sim. I'm alright.
No. If you'll permit me, I can heal up a little bit of this. If you want.
No, I'd rather have the fucking gaping hole in my chest. Of course I want to heal up a little bit.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes you, Autumn Cord, have some weird shit about carrying your scars and whatever, so.
It's just peeling bits of clothing that have stuck to his body off. Like,
that sounds familiar.
The question I was asking, Rebel, is can you hit the same spot twice?
Okay, I'm going to do my soothing balm.
I can hit you again. And Savannah just try it, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
no. You can tell even Rebel isn't going to... Rebel knows what Savannah is. She's not going to push it.
4. Okay. Alright, I'll let you know how much you heal back up here in just a second. Oh, wow. Nice.
I say, though, that was a hell of a shot.
7.
Now are
you got 7?
7 on the roll for medicine and weird.
I do believe that the margin is 3, so you get 4 superficial damage healed.
It doesn't mention a margin, so I don't see that in the soothing balm one. It just says the changeling uses
all your damage would be healed.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I like this t-shirt too.
So here's an interesting
I'm thinking of a different ability.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, this was soothing balm.
The t-shirt off.
So Sim has this these tiny pinpricks of bluish reddish flame just kind of come right out on the edge of his fingers, and just as he moves his hands over, they knit and repair your flesh back. So
Dain's just gonna rip his t-shirt off. That's just happening.
It's a little pink. It's a little pink, the area has long since scarred over, and even that's kind of fading. So
okay, Sim will get up after that, and Rebel is still over there with her jaw, I assume.
Oh yeah, her jaw's all fucked up.
Cool. I'll get one of your people to help with that.
Actually, Sim, heal her too, if you can. The last thing we need is to walk out of a fucking office with us being totally fine and a bruised queen.
Don't touch me.
Don't be an arrogant cunt.
It comes out kind of like her face is swelling, so it doesn't sound as clear as the way I said it.
Got it. I lose a glamour on this check. So
to be fair, Rebel, you hit me first. You didn't realize that my girlfriend was going to smack you. You probably should have.
You are the one who asked.
If you could hit the same target twice, there's plenty of fucking walls, but you decided to hit me.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna...
Exactly.
Because fuck you, that's why 5. She got hit even harder too. So yeah, the swelling goes away a little bit. She's clearly still hurt.
But now, are you ready to take that fire, that lightning of yours, and put it to a better fucking use than hitting poor little old fucking Autumn Court members like myself?
Oh, poor you.
I'm joking. I couldn't give a flying fuck. But if you want, I'll have Savannah hit you again.
Yes. No, don't have her hit me again. But yes, I already told you I was gonna help. Jesus fucking Christ! I thought I was an asshole. I didn't think it was possible for someone to one-up me.
Player knows a player, sweetheart.
Well, like I said, my race will be at the meeting unless you want them to personally join you.
Actually, I want you to personally join me.
Why would I want to do that? Your girlfriend's just gonna hit me again.
No, she won't. She might. I'm not too sure. She's her own person. She can do what the fuck she wants.
Savannah's just standing there like, I'll probably hit you again.
But seriously, if you want to see what's going on,
bitch.
If you want to see what's going on at this church, you better go on yourself.
Fair.
That way it's not Chinese
I don't need
whispers.
to see what's going on, though. I've seen. So, I'll join, though.
Sure.
You can use someone like me anyways, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fast as fucking lightning to boot.
Yeah. What time are you guys meeting?
Noon. Plenty of time to get some
Fine.
ice on that.
I have someone that will fix it the rest of the way. But thank you for your deep concern.
I am concerned.
I'm
An
not.
autumn court queen with yourself with a bruise? People will think we're doing the fucking hokey cokey.
Ew. As if. Get out.
You're right. No,
I'll see you at noon.
If you want, you go ahead.
Savannah's
I'm
just
gonna
like.
rub my chest. Yeah, it's gonna get off
Are you
the chart.
pissed that I don't want him, or are you pissed that I do? I'm confused. Both. He should be good enough.
Very good.
But also, don't.
I'm gonna rub his chest like. There's no hair anymore. It's all gone.
He'll grow back.
just a hole.
Clean cat. It's like a terrible body wax.
Yeah.
Sim's gonna
They
lean
just
over
walk
to
like
Dain as
topless.
you walk out and just like, I can just wisp the rest of that off and make it look even.
No. I'll be cold in the winter. Stop that.
He glances back to Savannah. I don't think you'll be that cold.
Damn right. He meant for cuddles, love.
Just messing with it.
I know. I knew what he meant.
You can punch him if you want.
No. He's not hitting on you.
True. He has that Vanguard to fly for. Anyway. What time is it? Looks at his watch.
You guys got started pretty early, so it's like 9 in the morning right now.
I gotta go back and see if I
3
can,
hours.
If I can. I gotta go back and fix up the hollow a little bit. I gotta get it fucking cleaned, and gotta get
You
it.
need to get that bathtub.
Yes, the bathtub sorted out. The gotta get things picked up, and yeah, gotta get ready, somewhat presentable for everybody who's showing up. So, plus also I need to open at some point and have fucking business. So,
We all need to head to work at some point.
Yeah. I've been neglecting my job too.
Hey,
We'll say we all have the cold or some shit. I don't fucking know.
yeah.
Achoo.
Which reminds me,
It's
Savannah,
like communal living.
I'm looking to get some extra help at the shop, so that way we can free us up some more for what's going on. So,
Okay.
So you do need an HR person.
Well,
I'm
you
useless
did.
at that.
They did say that you could ask about Hi. You want to go back and talk to that crotchety lady again?
I don't think this is the best time to talk about Ty. Maybe after the meeting this afternoon, I'll approach it.
All right.
Fair.
Well, I think it's time that we get the Trinity home. So if you want to head back to the shop with Derek and hear what the fuck else,
Yeah.
I'll bring the Trinity home. Then I'm gonna head back to my place.
Yeah.
Put some fucking clothes on, to be honest with you.
No. Oh, Dain. Refresh my memory. And Sim points to his chest and goes, "They're secured at your haven, right?"
Nope.
Okay.
I have no idea where they are.
That's right. Okay, good.
There's only 2 people that do: Savannah and Rob.
Good.
They're safe.
Excellent. That's all I wanted to know.
Actually,
Yeah.
where's Jack and that kid Alpha?
They're both with Reed, last I knew.
Reed was going to take Jack to see her sister when Celia was moved to where Pippin was. And Alpha is currently residing somewhere within the freehold until Reed can safely have him moved, as well as your freehold itself, where it has been compromised already by Pippin and Azamara.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see Jack before 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I have a cunning plan.
Considering what she can do, I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Do you remember what she did to Leland?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know Azamara's dead.
I wonder how long it's going to take for them to find out, though.
Well, if I start looking like Azamara, not long.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a night. They've had a night and a morning.
If you're going to do something
with
regards to that, you might want to get cracking.
But to be fair, we don't know how often Azamara just went off on her own.
Could ask Jack.
Exactly. Besides, she's the grunty type, I think. Like, she doesn't really have to talk that much, do I? Just threaten people a lot.
True enough.
You already do that, so it's fine.
I don't threaten people.
Oh, boo! Yes, you do.
She's absolutely right, Dain. Come on.
I'm not.
It's okay.
I feel attacked. First lightning, and now attacks on my character.
We didn't say it was a bad.
I never said you did. Never said that you didn't threaten anyone that didn't deserve it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying that you do.
I mean, when two bastards such as yourself have a point, you have a fucking point. So.
All right.
But
like a plan.
if I can get Jack
to
transform me into Azamara,
mm-hmm.
that'll make getting into the church later on a lot fucking easier. Because they didn't know Leland wasn't Pippin.
Mm-hmm. We've gotten at least a little bit of evidence that if we are able to disguise ourselves in some manner.
If that kid, Dain, did you meet them yesterday, Sam?
Yeah. You were introduced to all the court lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the really pale one with the golden hands.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I met them.
They can transform themselves into fucking anything, from what I can guess. They transformed into me, and I was very impressed because, god damn, it was beautiful. And if I can get them to transform into Alpha, that way, or hell, even Jack. Because I don't want to bring Jack into the church, even though her little ability to pop back and forth would be fucking handy. But if I can get him to transform into Jack, or even Alpha, probably Jack, that would make the cover a lot easier, and make it a lot easier for us to get the fucking maidens in the race and like open the back door from within. Or someone does it. Doesn't even have to be me, it could be you.
That's a thought. That's a good thought. The other thing too, you know that I recovered and reforged that piece of mirror.
Aye.
I wonder if there's an aspect of that could help sell the whole thing with regard to Azamara. I don't know too much about the mirror yet, though. I need to mess with it.
I don't know, Sim. Maybe it's best not to mess with fucking shit like that, because, mirrors are weird. I mean, I'm not that big on the occult, but even I know mirrors, like fairy tales and shit. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
All that jazz. I've seen enough horror movies in my time.
Indeed.
Well, you guys also... Sorry, give me a damn second.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I was going to have Savannah say something because she was not there for that. She doesn't know what happened. So neglect me talking.
Okay. Not a
Carry
word.
on.
Oh.
But I think it's a good place to start in terms of having us pretend to be someone that, of course, they have good connections and trust level with, Azamara, etc. And use that as like the spearhead to get the rest of the forces in, or those that are going to do something.
Well, I was going to use the information that Trinity has, passcodes, stuff like that. At least to get proof of life. Because I'm gonna take a wild fucking guess here and say Azamar had free reign because your man feared her. The reason I think your man feared her is because of how powerful she was. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, she killed that entire. She killed that entire place and may not killed that entire fucking True Faith herself. That's fucking terrifying.
I'm right there with you.
It took all of us to take that fucking thing on. And she was batting it like a fucking fly, like boop, 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 boop. He's whispering this at this point. He's not saying it.
We're not carrying this conversation.
I heard you kind of lower your tone. Yeah. You guys are kind of huddled around the Trinity in the corner. While the hustle and bustle is kind of going on around you, to you does not look like anyone is eavesdropping. You're talking in low enough tones. Everyone kind of already knows that you are here because of the church, and the ones that some people have already heard about the meeting. So like they're letting you do your thing.
Gotcha. We haven't been forcibly, taken out of the ferryman yet due to assault upon the queen. So,
to be fair, she assaulted me first.
Absolutely. You were defending yourself.
No one's gonna try to forcibly remove me from shit. Look at me. Sim, look at me.
He's just laughing.
I know. I know. Nobody's gonna do anything.
It's just one part of a very elaborate fucking plan that I'm sure will get more convoluted the more people have voices. So we'll see what happens.
But the core of the idea, though, the seed of it, let's take everything into consideration that we need to, but let's not make it too crazy. Keep it simple.
He's checking his pocket.
Nobody's there.
I mean, Spindle Clutch did have a decent idea about going into the sewer gratings. We could let them go down there and do what they do. If we conveniently forget about them. I mean, if
Yes?
Savannah, why you put your hand up?
I'm putting my hand up because I'm trying to be polite. So, another route, Vail, was a good reminder of this, is that the Darklings can travel through and see shadows. They can see through shadows, hear through shadows. Yes, they can. And if you get enough of them, they can cover enough shadows. In the church, it's just they can't go through iron. If the shadow is in a room of iron, they can't get in there. But if they needed to spy, they just need to step into a shadow close enough to the church to travel into another shadow. It's been explained to me. I don't really know how it works, but I know that they can do it and can hear and spy that way. If that is something that needs to be considered.
That's what we were
doing. Definitely. That's fuck. I did not know. That's fucking terrifying.
Makes you
looks on his own shadow.
I know, makes you a little bit paranoid now, depending. Plus, you have to take into consideration too. Keeping a voice low, don't worry. Plus, you have to take into consideration too that the church has been potentially mimicking some of the things that we're possibly considering in terms of infiltration into us.
I mean, it worked in my court.
And so anything...
I did a damn good job with that.
Yeah. I think...
Worked on Rose Court. The south or northwards fucked.
To be fair, we didn't know an attack was going to happen. We didn't have any of this information beforehand. Only the vague inkling that something was wrong. By then it was too late. So,
to be fair, the church doesn't know we're going to attack them or we're going to attack them. Yeah. They don't even know we know about the White Rabbit.
True.
We know they're obviously on alert, or high alert, due to recent events. How high of an alert and what they're doing, these intelligence, from folks like Vail and their abilities can help us formulate a better plan.
Well, the problem is, we fucked up. We did. There's no F-buts or coconuts about that. We fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I said don't go. People decided to fucking go. Then Cassidy died. That, whilst that was my plan, that was executed beautifully by both of yourselves. That was just a shot in the dark, because we'd already fucking showed her. We'd already spunked over our fucking course of actions to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I might as well just fucking go for broke.
One thing to consider that we haven't gone through yet is all of the stuff that we recovered from Cassidy's office. We got laptops, we got files, we got documentation, we have things stored on hard drives.
How's that going, by the way, love?
The miner that you spoke to, the wizened miner,
yes,
agreed to come by today and look at it.
Yeah. That is happening, and hopefully that'll shed some light on additional stuff too.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, Sim, but if I was part of an evil organization, I wouldn't keep my detailed information on that stuff in my office.
True.
I would keep it in the Dark Castle.
You're not wrong.
So to say.
But we could maybe find some clues. Some.
Oh, there's always something, even the smallest slip up. Everyone's fucking that intelligent, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's best we start moving out from here.
Yeah.
Get to Trinity home, get ourselves so she can watch the movies Derek give her.
Mm-hmm.
What did he give you, by the way?
Huh?
Looking
the movies.
through the DVDs.
What movies did Derek give you?
Sim's looking through them. Clash of the Titans, really?
Wow, that's a bit sensitive, isn't it, Derek? Jesus.
I mean, it's fine. He brought some horror movies.
Jason and the Argonauts?
Action.
Seriously? Just kidding.
My only request was that wasn't something romantic, okay?
I mean, if you're in the movies, I could probably set you up with a few things. Don't you worry.
Nothing romantic. Got it.
I'm not making a
I would
promise.
like
I'm just
that.
saying it could. What's your favorite genre?
My favorite genre is I definitely like action adventure, mystery.
Not a problem.
You like mysteries because you like to solve them, I bet.
I like mysteries because with movies I can't predict the ending.
I follow you.
I like that answer. All right, let's get you home then, madam.
Absolutely.
Let's get me home.
Zara.
Dan's gonna walk.
Zara.
Just...
Zara's in the middle of getting another phone number. The person is particularly attractive, so you see her put her finger out, frantically scribble something while Easton is gathering up Trinity. You see her get the phone number, and she scurries back over with her chalkboard.
Hey, Z.
Why did Dain and Savannah walk out? He's gonna turn her on. I told you she wasn't flirting with me. I told you.
She's a bitch, and she deserved it, and I'll do it again.
I know, and I'm semi-erect right now, but we can't do anything right here. So let's get out, shall we?
Oh, go.
Half joke.
I don't know
You go.
I don't know if it was the shock to the system or the punch, but something's getting me rather hard. Let's just get the fuck out of here before people start staring at my
He
chest.
throws the
Zara, do you
they throw
need
the
a...
blanket.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Zara, do you need a little black book or something? I'm just gonna be joking with her. So.
Who?
See what you did there?
No. On the chalkboard.
All right, let's go.
Anyways, so they get Trinity out. You guys peek out. You see that no one is on the street this time. You get her into the van.
Mm-hmm.
Easton gets in the driver's seat. Spindle Clutch has gotten his bike out of the back of your car, Sim, and has taken off the trunk of your car. Derek has been waiting patiently. He's napping in the car. It's for him.
I left the windows down a crack.
Zara gets in the car. Down a crack. Zara gets into the car. Savannah is going with Sim and Derek. Is Ro going too?
Well, they're coming with me.
Yeah, that's fine. I can
To drop the I thought you were dropping the Trinity off and then going to your hollow.
Yeah, they can come.
Oh, okay. Then they'll just get in the car with you.
They know where I live.
I would hope so. But anyways, yeah. Sorry, I either misheard or it's fine. They pop in your car, and you all drive off to your separate locations. Sim to his hollow.
Somebody else needs this
To
information
clean up.
other than me in case something happens.
Yep. You get to the hollow and you start to clean.
Mm-hmm. Check email
Dain.
Then clean.
And you check your email. When you get back, you sent a couple emails first thing in the morning to the potential employees. 2 of the 3 have gotten back to you, and a new email from another person is in your inbox as well.
We're hired. No, I'm just kidding. No, we have to have interviews. HR wants
checks his phone. Hi, Sim. Okay.
When you get back to the Trinity, she describes in detail the little key points that Odo was able to relay to you through her.
Cool.
And essentially, it's just when you get back, you can make a map, the mark on the map where the generator is. You know, you have the numbers for the codes. You have the exact location of where certain elements within the church are, exactly what path to take to get to where the rest of your freehold would be held prisoner. Yes?
Would the Every Which Way map be helpful in pinpointing some of what Dain is covering?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll definitely make sure that Dain gets eyes on the Every Which Way map.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So you get all that information. You, Savannah, and Ro get all of that information from the Trinity. You get where the location to Bastion's Hollow is and how to open it. It is in his quarters. It is on the wall behind his bed. Bed must be moved. The outline of a door needs to be traced. And the word enter needs to be spoken 3 times. The door will open up and it goes into his hollow.
Fancy little bastard, isn't it? I know that must have been difficult for you, Trinity. And you never asked for a price. But what do you want in exchange for this?
We have seen the threads of fate. We've seen what will happen if the situation is not taken seriously and not dealt with. You are already fulfilling what we would like to ask. By doing this, you're making sure that we survive what could very well be the end of a lot of us. We have seen many, many outcomes, but the steps you have taken will prevent so much death. There will be loss. Please don't mistake that.
That's a war. Always lost.
The amount of lost, who is lost, It fluctuates, it changes. It's an ever-moving creature. We can only see the threads, and everything that plucks one of those threads changes the trajectory. Right now, we see it. It's going well. There is hope. We just need you to keep it up.
Then I'm going to ask you a very important question. In everything you saw from this point onward, what is our best course of action?
Your best course of action is to learn. Spend a day learning. Set your people up. Set our people up. Inside darklings. Ones that can disguise themselves and sneak past. Cause the distraction. And send in the rest. It's the best plan of all of them currently. Cutting the power would help to an extent. Not everyone of us can see in the dark. If you can figure out a way to do that, that would be amazing.
Interesting. Thank you for your time, Trinity. I will get those movies to you. Don't even worry about that. And unlike Derek, I'm not going to choose some. You know what Derek's like. Little scam.
Oh, he tries it. He's got a heart.
He does have a good heart. Strange thing, a pacifist ogre.
He does what needs to be done, and he will when the time comes.
I'm glad to know that. You take care of yourself. Enjoy your movies. Enjoy your books and magazines.
Of course. You have a good rest of your day.
And if I don't die,
We
I'll
hope
see you
to
soon.
Yeah.
He will walk out and go back to his car and drive back to his hollow to get changed.
Nudity. Anyways, Sim, you are busy cleaning. For once, it's just you, Zara. Well, Zara, kind of the new addition, but it's you, Derek, and Zara in the hollow. You email back to the potentials. What time would you like to set up interviews for them?
Since we're going to be busy this afternoon, I probably would like to set up either interviews for later this evening or some point tomorrow.
And you get the I do believe you said that. So two of the emails back say that whatever time, whatever day works for them, they'll be able to show up.
Cool.
You didn't get an email back from one person, and then you got a new email showing interest. So.
Okay. All right.
The other one's driving.
Excellent. I am also going to text Sarah. Just texting her and saying, hey, just checking in. Hope things are okay. Or as okay as they can be.
You get that little bubble a couple times. And then you get back. I decided to take the day.
Symbol text back. Understand. Mood.
I'll text you if I need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Was there anything else before
He's gonna clean.
Dain arrived?
He's He's going to clean. He's going to get things straightened out. Going to set up an area specifically for everybody that's coming. So there's going to be clean on the table, chairs, everything all arranged. I think he has an idea of how many people are approximately coming. So he's going to take a portion of the store, but not the public-facing portion, but the back end of it, and just kind of create a little area to kind of like an impromptu meeting space.
All right.
Create that.
Dain, was there anything else? Just the meeting space, the cleaning?
Have the map, every which way map should be ready. I'll have that available. And going to also compile like Sim will also just like have like notes, things that he's been taking, things that have kind of almost like his own like little personal timeline kind of journal about some stuff that he's been taking with regards to what's been happening with their interactions with the church and what they've noted, and just kind of have also that at the ready to go over with the people that are coming.
All right. Dain, you eventually show up. It's a little before noon. Sim has had time to set some things up. He's had time to get things cleaned up himself, cleaned up after cleaning up all that blood in the bathroom. And you, Savannah, and Ro walk in. You see that set up. You guys have a couple of minutes if you want to talk about something before the first of the people meeting here arrive.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like a slaughterhouse anymore.
Yeah, at the very least. So I got everything out here that we could possibly need. The map, place to write some stuff. I scrounged up an old chalkboard. It's not a huge one. It's kind of like one of those little ones that you hang in your kitchen and write tasks on it. So,
were you able to contact Reed?
I definitely would have contacted Reed about the
Alpha.
About Alpha, yeah.
And Jack. Celia hadn't been moved yet.
Okay.
So that was happening today. So Jack and Alpha are still at the freehold.
Okay.
She said she could have someone run them by whenever you needed.
Okay. So that's happening. They're going to get run by here as soon as we need them.
Right. Well, that's one part of the problem coming together. Dain's going to walk over to the map. What's this?
Okay. This is a map I picked up at the Goblin Market. Found it in one of the stores. Last time I've used it, it took and produced this fairly detailed, actually, on a lot of the things associated with the church. That's what I focused on. The token, as I understand how it works, is that if you need to essentially spend a little time with it and think about vision, concentrate, requires, of course, a little bit of glamour, but can help visualize a place that you've not necessarily seen. And
Dain's just poking it.
Yeah. As Dain takes a look at it, it came up with a lot of information. It lists all of the basement levels. It lists out the workshop.
It doesn't. Every which way?
Yeah, I thought it did.
Being a token, it did for you because you were using the token at the time.
Gotcha.
But just like any other token, like Spigot isn't always a knife. It's only a knife when Derek activates. You'd have to reactivate that token and lose your contract for the Pathfinder. You'd have to lose that ability for the day.
Got it. Which I already did. So
the map lasts the whole day.
Thank you.
That will you
I forgot about that.
You used that the last time. It was evening. You met with Nova.
Okay.
So it's been a whole day. You just got your contract back.
Silly question. Can you take a picture of what's on the map and does it stay?
You'd have to try.
Okay. We'll try it this time. So I will utilize my Pathfinder. I will lose my Pathfinder ability for the day.
Why is Dain's
that is the
what's this
token.
stuff?
I'm so sorry.
So do you remember what your roll for it was?
Believe my roll was wits. Was it wits and weird?
Yep.
Okay. Let me go back and make sure in my notes.
It was either that or it was wits and occult. It might have been occult and weird. One of those ones. I'm pretty sure it had occult.
Okay. At the list.
Can we go
at the list of the every which way map, I have it listed as part of my tokens, but I don't have the pool for it, unfortunately. So let me know what it is.
All right, hold on. Yeah, let me go look real quick.
And if it's occult, that's fine too. I'll definitely. I'm gonna rouse the glamour, as it were.
It's your wits. You rouse your glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Use your glamour. It's wits and occult.
It is wits and occult. Okay, let me make a note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Pathfinder, yeah.
Which one? No. The catch of the every which way is losing your Pathfinder ability. You can't use it for 24 hours after using the every which way. The every which way is its own roll to see how much information the map gives you. If you completely bust, it shows you something you really like. It just something random. You get a random map that is not what you were hoping for at all. It's 99% effective.
99.
And that 1% is if you completely bust on it, the map is just like, here's the scenic fucking mountains in Idaho.
Idaho.
Not what we were looking for.
Idaho does not have mountains.
All right.
So everyone's clear.
So I got my pool together here. I did rouse the glamour. I did lose the glamour. So just FYI, I'm down 2 glamour.
All right. Okay.
It's costing me.
Don't go to dinner hungry.
I have not lost any glamour. Pew.
Okay, I am going to expend. Okay, I'm going to expend another glamour, which I did not lose.
You mean a willpower?
Or willpower, sorry. Spend a willpower. Yes! Cool. Good thing I expended the willpower. So that will be 8. So with the willpower reroll, it's a single crit for a total of 8.
8? All
Yes.
right. So, as you watch, Sim focuses on this map. You see the one that Nova and the infiltrators from the South Ward kind of constructed. And you see this map. Basically reflects that. The difference is where the names of the rooms are, you also see pictures. Toyland has a circus tent. The Grindylow, or the Depths, has a mermaid. I have to pull up my fucking... Damn it. I remember things, and then I don't.
The Iron Room has an Iron Maiden.
Which one?
The Iron Room has an Iron Maiden. Toyland
has an Iron Maiden.
Has a menagerie.
The Reflection Chamber has mirrors.
Yeah.
The Watchers have computers. The Gingerbread House has fire. The Treasure Vault has hearts. Pictures of hearts on it. The Butterfly Garden shows beds.
Dreamer's Den?
The Dreamer's Den
Mm-hmm.
shows what you would probably describe as a nightmare. This shadowy figure, shadowy kind of hunched monstrous figure, the twisted face,
Mm-hmm.
in this weird grin.
Okay, so taking all that into consideration, now Sim's gonna try.
The Warrens.
Oh, the Warrens.
They do the same thing as they did before. They show animals, and then those animals become parts, and then those parts become human, and then they go back to animal and human and changeling, and they just keep going, and the only thing consistent underneath is this red blood-like color.
Mm-hmm.
As if the map can't figure out, even with all its magic, what the fuck that is. You take a picture.
Yeah.
And your camera shows it. It also shows the Warrens at a transitional period where the shapes are blending together, but you can still see the like rabbits, and then you see like an arm.
I have a note. I'm gonna sim because I have a note that Project White Rabbit was associated with the Warrens.
Yep.
Sim's gonna point that out especially right there. Talking about that nuclear option that you mentioned a lot. Warrens, right there.
Well, not that fucking much.
On occasion.
Mention it a lot.
It's part of that intimidating factor that you have.
Can we all agree on how fucked up the fact one of them is called the toy room is? It's worse than the Trinity's fucking van.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
Alright. Well, Dain's going to relay the information that he received from the Trinity to Sim. All of it.
Okay.
The codes, the how to get into the hollow, Bastion's Hollow, where it is.
Okay.
That would be in the sleeping quarters.
Okay, so that's
which is the Butterfly Garden.
Butterfly Garden, sleeping
I'll
quarters.
watch just to see if the map changes in any way now that Sim knows this.
I don't think it does. I think it's at the time.
No.
So.
Yep. It's basically, the map is giving you all the information you need. It's just the way you have to figure out how to decipher it. Now, the circus is a bunch of animals. If you know the definition of menagerie, you would know that that is a menagerie of animals, which means Toyland is where they're keeping the menagerie. Mm-hmm. It's just deciphering the little symbols as to what that means.
Sim, stay with me here. You're an artist, right?
Aye.
How's your drawing skills?
I would like to think they're pretty good.
Well, copy the map and then put what I've told you into the map.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and roll a craft and do a wits and a craft.
Wits and craft, okay. I have several just as a note. I have like the depths, the wishing well.
Mm-hmm.
The wishing well.
Toyland, Iron Room, etc. were marked with no access. And
yep.
I'm wondering if, obviously, those codes maybe you can have some access. So that's me put my other thing together here.
This way, we could probably copy these, print them off, and give them to the other people. That way, they know where they're not going blindsided in.
Sure. Absolutely.
Everyone knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, a way to reproduce the map would be.
Well, I sort of went Bastion to myself. I don't know why. I wasn't invested in this until a week ago.
Yes. Nice. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 8 with another crit on my drawing.
Nice.
So.
Beautifully done and impressive for just, copying down what you're seeing on this magic map that you have. And as you finish that up is when you hear the knock. You see the clock. Mm-hmm. It's noon. And you hear the knock.
No time, kiddos.
Alrighty.
And that is where we will end tonight's session. So, thank you for joining us.
How's that chest, Dain? How's that chest?
How's that chest doing? We did it.
Yay, thank you. That was a lot of fun. We didn't die.
Thank you for joining us for this adventure. And we hope that we will see you again tomorrow, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning,
Main by night.
Or noon for me.
Yep, noon for our friend Mike.
Depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Yes, we hope you see you tomorrow for Main by Nights, a Bat Chronicle, where these lovely people will be going through certain amounts of trauma that I've created just to make their nightmares a reality.
Mm-hmm.
And in character and out of character, because I am that sort of person, and I love them both dearly. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Welcome to the collective.
Exactly. Welcome to the collective.